last week you were here with this amazing stat that in the Tampa Bay area it's 42% cheaper to own than it is to rent. And
which is amazing.
Yes, amazing.
Well, and I'll tell you that one of the articles we talked about, and I wanted to ask you guys this because I think you could probably, attest to it. There's so many consumers out there that don't engage with a mortgage loan professional because they think they can't qualify when they probably can. It's almost like we've done too good of a job telling them that it got a little harder to get a mortgage to where it's spooking people. But in reality, there's so many people that can get a mortgage right now that just don't think that they can.
Yeah, I think there's two camps. I think there's the camp of people that never bought a home and don't think they can get one, or has some issues, don't think they can get one. And in fact, even in this week's articles, they have a lot of buyers that don't even know if they can put as little as 3% down. Actually, we have programs that you can put nothing down. Okay, we had a guy close this week that was actually complaining for spending all of $190 to close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's but you're right. VA
Yeah.
loans and USDA loans, and they're a big part of our audience.
And
I
bond
mean,
loans.
being close to McDill
We
Air
got
Force
bond loans
Base.
too. But then the other camp, there's that camp that don't know, and then there's the other camp of people. And there's an interesting stat that it used to be that most people buy a home every 6 years. Now people buy a home every 10 years. So getting a loan 10 years ago is completely different than today. And so what we hear sometimes is, well, why are you asking for that? Why are you asking for that? And we got to do a better job educating them. But I mean, it's not like it's difficult. We just want to make sure you can pay the loan back.
Well, and I think so. I think the way that I would explain it is it's not difficult. It's detailed.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
It's not
Great
difficult.
way to put it.
It's detailed.
Let me write that down.
Yeah. Wait, let me patent that.
Yeah.
Not patent. I'm gonna get a trademark office. Just a second. Run into the trademark office right now. So, but it's true. It's just a lot more check and balances. You got to make sure that they have enough money in the bank. They can make the payments. All these types of things. But you still can do a no money down loan.
Yeah.
And so if you're a veteran or you're presently active, you've got the VA loan, and then USDA, which is a rural loan. But not a lot of people realize there's a lot of parts of Tampa Bay that are considered rural. I mean, you got Wesley Chapel, you got Fishhawk Ranch. I mean, you got some very populated areas that are considered rural.
Listen, right now in Hillsborough County, if you purchase any home in Hillsborough County and you're a first-time home buyer, meaning you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, you could qualify for $15,000 in down payment assistance.
Which is awesome.
And basically you don't have to come out of pocket with anything depending on the price range.
So if you're listening to this and you know a first-time home buyer, maybe you're not one, but you know someone that's thinking about it, please tell them to contact us. You can contact the Diaz Duo. You can contact us and ask about that program, because it's not a lot of mortgage loan professionals
not
speak
a lot of
about
companies
it.
do it.
Right.
So.
And they don't know about it, and so realistically you can get just a massive amount of extra savings as a home buyer by working through one of those programs that both the Diaz Duo and the Duncan Duo at Remax are very familiar with. So we'd love the opportunity to help you if you're a first-time home buyer. It's so much more inexpensive to own.
Get a consultation. I mean, so the main thing is get a consultation before you jump in, because there's so many things you don't know. And you need to be educated on it.
Well, and it's funny because I always joke. It's like, do you want to create wealth, or do you want to make your landlord rich? And we own a lot of rental property, and we work with a lot of investors. And there's always going to be, not everyone's meant to be a homeowner, so there's always going to be a space for rental property and real estate investors. But the reality is if you've got good credit and a good solid job, good head on your shoulders, good income, you should be a homeowner. I mean, it's just that simple. You should be, and you'll save more money. It'll be cheaper. You get a tax write-off. And you get the ability to do what you want to. You don't need to ask somebody for permission to paint it or to do something, So there's just more people that I think need to do that. And at the same time, I don't want the government to step in and force everyone to become a homeowner, and then we go through a crazy bad cycle.
There's a balance.
Right? Yeah, there certainly needs to be a balance. So.